everyone, it's Kathy here, and today I'm going to share with you my very first mini album that I've ever created. And to create this album I'm using some supplies that you can buy from Meg's Garden. The papers are called the Sherlock Book, and you can buy them as a physical product and also as digital download from Meg's Garden. A lot of my embellishments are also available from Meg's Garden, and I'll have a list of supplies in the description section and as well as on my blog. In the first part of this video I showed you the steps I used to create the actual book. Because this is the first time for me to create a mini album, I wanted to use a style that would allow me to use bulky embellishments, and I showed you how I did that. What I'm now going to do is walk you through how I embellished and also show you each page of my book. So for the front cover of my book I did some extra stamping, and I've also used some tape just to add some extra vintage touches. I've used some chipboard pieces, and to decorate the chipboard I inked with a dark brown chalk ink. Then I used some distress paint which I just dabbed in random spots, and then I applied some crackle medium to make it look aged. Once it was dry, I'm not sure if you can see, it's left a really nice tiny crackle, and I'm really happy with the way it looks. I've also used some flowers and some metal embellishments as well. To close my mini album I've used this lovely metallic ribbon, this organza ribbon, and what I did was I measured the length of my book and just found out what the halfway mark was and used a hot glue gun to apply the to attach the ribbon. Then I found some metal attachments and hot glue gun those into place, and it's very secure. I've opened and closed this many times and it's very secure. For the spine I've also used some papers which you can use, which are part of the kit, and measured it, but you can't do this step until you have completed your album. Before I actually applied my spine, I put this in because I knew I wanted to put some beads, and these beads are also from Meg's Garden as well, and also this little metal embellishment as well. Just some leftover ribbon I just tied here just to add a little touch as well. So now I'm just going to show you inside the album. On the first page, again you can see that I've carried the tape through. These tags are also available in the kit. There's some different tags there with different papers. I've inked the edges and applied some of the metal embellishments and a little flower, seam binding and a brad. You can use this for some journaling. I've applied a doily and also some flowers. I applied this little section here because I wanted to put some tags in. To cover the spine I just used some lace, and I've done this throughout the whole entire album. I created this pocket and used some metallic trim which coordinates beautifully with this ribbon. There's some ephemera also available in the kit, and you can use this as some extra journaling as well, and that fits really nicely inside too. On this page, again the same treatment with the chipboards. I inked with chalk brown ink and randomly dabbed some metallic paint and then applied the crackle medium on top. I've applied some foam adhesive on the back just to prop it up so that later on when I want to put a photo in I can simply lift it up and put my photo behind. applied some flowers as well. This page, same treatment again with this chipboard frame. This time I went for a different position for my tags. This is another of the tags from the kit, and I've made some smaller tags, and I just used some dies that I had and cut out two smaller tags again for journaling, and applied some jute just so that you can pull those out easily. These pockets I just used some spellbinder dies to create that, just to add a lacy edge, and I really like the way that looks, and just inked it just to add some definition, some extra stamping and some washi tape just to add some interest to this page. Just glued some metal trinkets, and I had some chipboard headings that I add there just to add some extras to this page. I also used the second half of my doily here and some flowers, and also some fibres just to add that shabbiness and also vintage look. I inked the edges of the leaves too, just to give the page and age look, to keep that theme consistent throughout. Again, some more metal embellishments which you can purchase from Meg's Garden. Part of the kit has lots of pockets and options for journaling. So here is one of the pockets. I just cut it out and applied it. Inside there is some ephemera, but I've created it by inking it, and I add a little trinket that is part of Meg's Garden supplies, and just added some jute so that you can easily pull it in and out, so just in case it gets lost inside. I added some of the metal trinkets as part of my floral cluster here. Extra stamping as well, and I'm not sure if you can see, but I've got some little fibres inside there. Some tickets. I just had some book paper that I've inked just to add some interest, and this is a photo mat where you can easily add a photo. This page, I've die cut a frame and ready to place a photo. Added some lovely flowers, again the lace to cover up the centre there. And this waterfall insert, this is a lovely way of adding lots of photos, and this paper is available. There's several sheets which are available in the kit, and makes it perfect for journaling. So in this waterfall insert there's pattern papers plus some journaling on the back. I've added some butterflies and some flowers just to add some decorations. To create this waterfall insert, I played around with some scrap paper, and you'll need to cut a 6" by 3" page first, and then all you do then is cut 6 3" squares, and then you score each of those squares at ½ inch, which I've done there. Once you've done that, every time you glue one down, you just butt it up to the previous one. Then you just decorate as you wish. I added some washi tape so that it covers up the top part there, so you don't have a blank section from where that score line is. On the back, similar to it's the same pattern paper as the front. So there you go, that's my first ever mini album. If you'd like to create your own, simply go to Meg's Garden, where you can purchase these papers plus embellishments, or if you'd like to download, again, go to the website and purchase your download from there. So thanks so much for joining me today, and have a great day.